By the time I turned 20, I still had very little idea what I wanted to do with my life. I could read the New Testament in Greek. I knew the names of most wild flowers, could recognize most butterflies and moths and tell you their life histories. I could sometimes catch fish when wise old anglers couldn't. Could shoot, ride, sail a boat. I'd read without discrimination every novel, play or biography I could lay my hands on. And I swallowed poetry with the voracity of a sea lion swallowing fish. But what use was it? Elmbury had no need of poets. Did I even want to spend the rest of my life in Elmbury, where I'd been born and brought up? More urgently, I had to start thinking about earning a living. My parents were both dead, but my uncle was the senior partner in one of the oldest established firms of auctioneers in the town. The office had stood in the high street since 1750.
All sorted out. Good day, Tim.
But what did I know about commerce? My head was full of horses, fishes, motorbikes, girls, and an astonishing store of knowledge altogether irrelevant to a commercial career. With these qualifications, it was decided that I should set out to become an auctioneer.
Morning. Morning.
Morning.
Come in. Yes, you are a little late, my boy.
It was agreed that I should begin work as an articled clerk. My uncle made no bones about it. There'd be lots of running errands, bookkeeping, writing up records of all sorts of transactions, and helping the partners with the detailed paperwork. My uncle believed in young men starting at the bottom.
Come, gentlemen. Only £57, 10 shillings for Mr. Jeff's champion beef. Only £57, 10 I'm bid. Shall I make it 60? Well, come, gentlemen. Offer me 60.
There's a lot of money, Mr. Moore.
'Tis a lot of good meat. 60 it is. 60 I'm offered. I'm going to sell this fine beast for 60. You all know where it comes from, gentlemen. Mr. Jeffs of Hill Farm. Mr. Jeffs, who's won the championship 4 years out of the last 7. At 60, then. I'm selling at 60. Going, gone. Congratulations. 12 years running you've bought the champion beast, isn't that right?
Aye, and it's the highest price I've ever paid.
It's the best beast you've ever bought.
Congratulations to you both.
And congratulations to you, Mr. Moore.
Huh?
It's 35 years you've been selling here.
35 years? Is it really?
We be getting old, Mr. Moore. We be getting old, you and I. We be going, gone.
That was the last time the great fat butcher with the fire-red cherubim's face bought the champion beast. He bore his great mountain of flesh up to bed, lay there for 3 days, and then he died, leaving his wife to carry on as best she could.
We're also very sorry.
He went very quiet for a man of his size. Quiet as a little child, he lay. Once or twice he cried out. Once or twice he groaned. Tried to hear what he was saying, but 'twas only a whisper. What a job it is, missus, he said to me. What a job it is. What a job.
I felt a little shiver run down my spine. It was an echo of something very old, something I'd read. Then I remembered. Mistress Quickly describing Falstaff's death. Could there be poetry, even in an auctioneer's life?
Nixon, they say.
The two other youths articled to my uncle were happy-go-lucky fellows who mistrusted me at first, as they'd heard I'd been to public school, was probably la-di-da and sissy, didn't drink beer and wore +4s instead of the conventional breeches and gaiters. These defects were soon put right.
Smart indeed. No, you'll fine. Come on, all up now.
It was in their company that I got to know the local farmers' sons. They were fine, upstanding young men, a boisterous, rip-roaring breed.
Jerry! John Moore, the boss's nephew. Jerry Nixon.
Indeed, I believe the farming community is the only one in England which still breeds at a sufficient rate and yet manages to keep its stock sound by the inbreeding of good qualities, an admirable form of artificial selection.
You want me going on with Bob after the dance, will you? Can I take you?
They had their flirtations with the local barmaids, but in the end, like their fathers before them, almost to the man, they married farmers' daughters. Getting to know the farmers themselves was quite a different matter. There were formalities to be observed here, in which my uncle, after a lifetime of experience, was expert.
One thing, John. Farmers always expect a proper greeting. City folk, now, they're not so particular. There's so many of them, they don't expect to be remembered. But a farmer is aware of his own importance. He's used to being recognised. On the roads, in the shops for 20 miles around. He's Mr. Jeffs of Hill Farm or Mr. Nixon of Down End. And he expects everyone to know it. Ah, hello, Brensham.
No doubt the farmers' sons would one day assume the same dignity, if wars or other calamities allowed. Unfortunately, by that time, England's farming stock had already suffered its own different sort of selection. They were not the sort who held back. They went to the Great War with the yeomanry, riding their own horses, which they refused to leave behind. About 20 of them from the Elmbury district alone. In February 1915, somebody decided that the time had come to exploit a breakthrough and ordered the cavalry into the gap. But there hadn't been a breakthrough, and there wasn't any gap. Both Mr. Jeff's fine sons had fallen that day. Out of the 20, only 7 survived. That year, for the first time, we sold no fat beast for Mr. Jeffs. He was still living in his great farm on the hill, but he had difficulty getting round it. How much longer he could carry on, nobody knew. Now, with no sons to take over, its future was uncertain. But once more, natural selection took a hand.
Dorry, what have you done with David?
Told him to go home on his own, sweet great clod.
Oh, what? Jerry's inside.
I know.
Didn't hear the motorbikes tonight. No, boy. Where have you left them?
No, boys, no bikes tonight. No. Oh, get off your dad.
How's that then?
Oh, there's been a conspiracy, see?
Of what?
His dad, my dad, all our dads said no more bikes.
That time, too. Look what happened to Tate Norris.
Why? What happened to him?
It was an accident. His brakes failed. Either that or he got a puncture.
You're better off, boys, of course. You're better off, boys, of course.
We all come on horses, see? They've been stabled in Jed's barn.
You're going to ride home tonight? Just like that?
Why not? Horses don't mind.
You have such wonderful ways, fascinating little ways.
No, I mean it. I'll race you all to Elmbury Cross for a fiver. Devil take the hindmost.
Fiver? This time of night? Don't be daft.
4.5 miles, you know.
Well, that's just right for a point to point. A fiver. Come on, who'll do it for a fiver?
Well, what route?
Any route, cross country or along the road. Come on.
Well, I'm all right.
Come on, lad.
You're off your heads. A lot of you.
Raise you to a tenner, do you?
All right.
What's going on, Derek?
We're having a race.
A race? Where to?
Elmbury Cross.
Elmbury Cross?
That's right. He's giving you the slip, Dorry.
Damn it, you're right. A demon won 3 races last spring. He must carry a penalty.
Ready, gentlemen? Yeah, ready when you are. 1, 2, and you're off.
They're down by the river.
Jerry!
Yes?
There's a shortcut through Dad's yard.
Good girl. Come on, fella, in here. Padlock, blast it.
We'll have to go back then.
Well, we've wasted enough time. We're going to jump it.
We can't, Jerry.
We can have a bloody good try.
Oh, Dad!
What's the matter, lass? Young man, I'd like to know what's going
It's
on.
all right, Dad. We're getting married, aren't we, Jerry?
What? Oh, yes.
You'd better, young man. You'd better.
And so it turned out. The future of Mr. Jeff's farm came a little nearer to being decided. And for Jerry Nixon, there'd be no more midnight steeplechases.
Right, gentlemen, two fine draft.
Afternoon, sir. You well?
I've no complaints.
Afternoon, sir.
Afternoon. Ah, this is the new Mrs. Nixon then.
That's right.
How do you do, sir?
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
442 acres, 2 roods, 5 perches of rich, loamy, easily worked arable land and sound old pasture. With its orchards well planted with mature fruit trees in full bearing, and the farmhouse well and solidly built in the reign of Queen Anne. Such a property as this comes under the hammer. Such places as this should remain within the farming community, passed down from father to son, from generation to generation. And I don't need to remind you of the sad circumstances that have caused this valuable property come upon the open market today. Well, gentlemen, what are you going to bid me for this splendid farm? May I start at 14,000? Well, say 12,000. So somebody give me 12,000, sir. Thank you very much. 13,000. 14,000, sir. Ah, you, sir.
The farm was sold to Jerry. That pleased everybody, including Mr. Jeffs, who saw in him perhaps a shadow of those 2 sons of his own who fell with the yeomanry.
I was thinking I might follow that long field next year.
You never do much of 'em. Starbolt is called. Starbolt by name, Starbolt by nature. Now, 40 years I struggle with him. It's the only blot on a fine farm.
What would you say to putting Cheviot on the mill pastures?
Take a tip from an old one and stick to blackface sheep. You'd never keep chiviots in here. You'd be chivying and chasing them in half the country. Think of it midnight steeple chasing. Listen, Jerry. I've had a good life here, and I wish you good fortune, same as me. It ain't going to be easy. You know how a man goes out in the morning, barometers set fair, and he wonders, should he cut his grass? And he smells a change in the air. That's what I feel about the world. There's a storm brewing. There's a tempest in the sky. Just an old man's fancies. Don't let it trouble you. Come on, we'll have another drink, and I wish you good fortune with all my heart.
It was 1931, the year during which Western civilization demonstrated for the first time that it could contrive a peace which was, for many of its citizens, nearly as uncomfortable as war. Of course, there had always been men on the street corners in Elmbury, but only a few, and those familiar ones. They had a purpose in standing about. If we wanted the garden tidied up, or an odd job doing, we sent to the cross. But now men stood idly, aimlessly, out of habit. Our best manhood rotted with our best youth.
Morning, Reuben. Morning, Mr. Moore. How much do you want today, then? There's not much here.
The restraints for £15.
You'll be lucky if you make two. There's one chair, what I'm sitting on, and that's busted. There's a table worth 7 and 6. A carpet full of holes, a kettle that leaks, teapot without a spout, some cracked crockery, and a lot of what you call bric-a-brac that I wouldn't have for a gift. Upstairs, there's a washstand and a towel rail and a busted jerry and a bed. But by law, you've got to leave him the bed.
Is the tenant about?
He's down the police station. Tried to commit suicide this morning. What? Yeah, cut his wrist with a safety razor blade and then come crying down to me with his hands all bloody. Oh, I bound it up as best as I could for him, but it was bleeding something horrible. So I sent for the policeman. He took him away. Well, he'll look after him and see he don't hurt himself. And then he'll let him go. Though there ought to be a charge, be right?
Yes, I suppose there ought. What was the trouble, do you know?
Football pools.
Hey?
Well, he was ill and he couldn't get work, so he took to football pools. 2 or 3 bob every week. Always hoping for a fortune.
Yeah, well, he obviously wasn't very good at it.
He wasn't no good at nothing. Not even committing suicide.
Well, Reuben, you're the bailiff. Can't anything be done? Do we have to go through with it?
Can't stop it now. Can't stop a distress just 'cause a bloke tries to commit suicide, or we shall have everybody else doing it.
Right, ladies and gentlemen. Lot number 1.
Hey, are you selling Reuben as well, mister?
From what his missus tells me, he ain't worth as much as the chair.
Right, lot number 1. A dining room table, perfectly good condition. There it is. Now, who'll give me £2 for this? Who'll give me £2? No? £1. Someone give me £1. 10 shillings.
In the end, I made £8.17 and sixpence for the landlord. And according to the law, I left the bed. I was angry and bitter as I left. But at least I determined, as I drove back to Elmbury, that I would take no further part in a business of which some aspects were so unpleasant and distasteful.
the firm, John, but what the devil are you going to do instead?
Right, Uncle.
Right? That's a hobby, my boy, not a profession.
It can be a profession, Uncle. Look at this.
I would be very willing to publish your novel.
And a cheque.
£100.
I'd been away for 4 years. It had taken me that long to discover that in order to practice the craft of writing, it wasn't necessary to sit around in London drinking gin with other writers and discussing each other's books. Hooray, I thought, I was home. I bought a horse for £8.10, which, although spavined and gone in the wind, was apt at times to be far too fresh for me.
Get out of the way! Please! Get out of the way! Stop him, you fool! Ah. Damn you, you bloody idiot!
All I knew of that roguish, gnomish, remarkable man was that he was called the Colonel. A few days afterwards, I met him again.
Good morning, Miss Benedict. A large whiskey, please. Are you aware, sir, that you're sitting in my seat?
Oh. Terribly sorry.
Thank you.
Yes. Would you care to read the newspapers, no?
It is for that purpose, sir, that I have it delivered here every morning.
Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't realise. Morning.
Damn it, my boy. What a bloody old fool I am. Here, let's have a drink. Miss Benedict, 2 more of the same, please.
After that, we quickly became friends.
Suddenly we were ambushed. The whole troop of Sikhs, 200 of them. The corporal and I... Now that belongs to our friend Mr. Sparrow, I believe.
Really?
Oh, yes. Confront him with the evidence this evening, shall we? He won't poach on my land again. Where was I? Oh, yes. Well, the corporal was keeping the children.
And thanks to the Colonel, I was admitted to a most extraordinary fellowship.
I mind a time when it was a...
It was not in any sense a secret society. Its members did not, as you might imagine, order the affairs of Elmbury. No council confidences were shared. No tradesmen's secret deals were done. No scandal was spread. The conversation of the Swan regulars was singularly innocent and inoffensive. Well, it had to be. Miss Benedict saw to that.
Wonderful stuff. I can taste it still. Lard flavoured with rosemary.
You're always talking about the good old times. My father started work as a ploughboy for 3 bob a week, working from 6 in the morning till 6 at night. When he was a grown youth, he often stayed in all day on Sunday so his mother could wash and mend his only shirt. If those were your good old times, you can keep 'em.
But every cottage had its pig. And I'd rather have 3 bob a week and a full belly than 30 bob a week and be half-starved, which a lot of lads is today. I started work with Mr. Jeff's father at the threshing. 5 bob a week he gave us, and thought we was lucky to get it.
That's right.
No overtime them days, remember. But let me tell you this, Mr. Anderson. Come dinner time, we all went into the big kitchen at the farm, and first we had apple pie. Big as a cartwheel it were, and more where that come from. Well, you had your helping of apple pie, and you'd have a second helping if you liked. But there was 30 pound of beef on that table, and you could cut and come again at that too. But first of all, you had to have your apple pie. To fill you up a bit, see? Yes, but every man got a quart of cider to help him with his work.
That's right. You was dependent on charity, and that's the truth of it. Your free meals and drinks done order the fact. They was getting your labour for 5 bob a week.
Some farms didn't even pay that much. Isn't that so, Rincombe?
True. My grandfather farmed 250 acres and kept 40 milking cows, and he never employed a man.
How do you manage that?
He had 21 children. 2 of them died, and he was left with 19 to do the work. 11 girls and 8 boys. The girls did the housework, the dairy, and fed the poultry and the pigs, and the boys worked on the land. And my grandfather lived like a lord.
And what about your grandmother? Sounds as if she did a bit of work, too.
She died with her 21st.
Yeah, the good old times. Ask any woman today if she'd like to go back to that.
Grandfather had strange views about women. He brought them up rough and he treated them hard. My aunts, bless their hearts, used to regard it as part of their ordinary feminine duties to take the cows to the bull. I suppose young girls today who know all about the facts of life would think that rather shocking.
Reminds me of a story. Prim old lady going down the lane meets a little girl leading a cow. "Good morning, little girl," she says. "You're very small to be leading such a great big moo cow. Where are you taking her?" "To the bull, ma'am," says the little girl. "Dear, dear," says the old lady. Very shocked indeed. "Dear, dear, how dreadful. Couldn't your father do that?" "Oh, no, ma'am," says the little girl politely. "It has to be the bull."
The Colonel was badly crippled with arthritis. His joints were as knobbly as the roots of a tree. It's a wonder he'd survived so long, for he spent much of his time in the water, otter hunting in the summer, duck shooting in the winter. He thought nothing of standing for hours waist-deep in icy water waiting for the evening flight. Wild geese